Is it fair to say that from the way the Vancouver Canucks management had handled things in the past, is it safe to say that they can be bullies at times? I don't know. You can say that description applies to the Bruce Boudreau situation. For example, oh, they kept this guy around, he was a sitting duck coach, everybody knew that his time was expiring in Vancouver, but he didn't get canned quickly. It dragged out, and Bruce Boudreau was humiliated as a result. Vancouver management did not look good in the process, and then they continued by hiring Tocchet afterwards. Okay, that was last time. What's happening this time? Well, today we are getting ourselves some updates from Elliotte Friedman via a number of different sources. He went on to Donnie and Dolly earlier this morning. He wrote about this on sportsnet.ca. We're going over these updates, and the links to the article and the video will be put in the description below. So go out there and check that out, read the article yourself, get your opinions in there. Let's head over onto sportsnet.ca first, because earlier this afternoon, Elliotte Friedman wrote about how the Vancouver Canucks are determined to sign Rick Tocchet to a contract extension, despite the reports from yesterday saying that Rick Tocchet had already rejected an earlier Vancouver Canucks offer. Friedman spoke about that on 32 Thoughts, the podcast, and now today he went out there and clarified some of these updates. Over the past few weeks, the Vancouver Canucks, particularly GM Patrik Allvin, have made it very clear they want Rick Tocchet to return. The guaranteed portion of the coach's contract expires June 30th, but there is a team option for 2025-2026. According to several sources, the Canucks are indicating that if Rick Tocchet is coaching next season, it will be in Vancouver on his club option or with an extension. Vancouver's goal is to sign him, but they will exercise the option that they have if it's necessary. Tocchet, the reigning Jack Adams winner as NHL Coach of the Year, told Sportsnet 650 Radio last month that he wasn't going to personally discuss his future with the organization during the playoff chase. I am so dialed in on making the playoffs that I really don't want to make it about me right now, he said at the time. Friedman writes, "It's been a hard year in Vancouver, with distraction and injury making this a more challenging season than hoped or expected, but it's clear the players still compete hard for their coach. The Canucks are believed to have made one offer already to Tocchet to start the conversation. Of course, term and dollars will be a major factor, but so will the direction of the franchise. Tocchet, management, and ownership will need to make certain they see the future the same way." If not in Vancouver, Rick Tocchet would rise up the list of potential candidates elsewhere, particularly Philadelphia, where he was a hugely popular Flyer. But the Canucks are making it clear they want Tocchet to stay and have contractual rights in this process. We will see how things develop. And this update is huge. It's a lot of, just kind of affirming Vancouver's interest in here, but the extent as to which it describes Vancouver's willingness to hold on to Tocchet is, in some way, alarming. Because it says here that if Rick Tocchet is in the NHL coaching next season, it will be with the Vancouver Canucks. They have two options. Either Rick Tocchet signs an extension and he sticks with Vancouver for a while as in multiple years, or the Vancouver Canucks exercise the club option they have with him and say, okay, yeah, we're going to bring you back for 2025-2026. With or without an extension, we're going to be bringing you back. It's either you sign this extension that we're giving you, or we're just going to bring you back in 25-26 without an extension via the team option that we have. We are not letting you go to another NHL team for 2025-2026, Rick. And it's interesting because some of the replies to this thought have gone out there and made themselves known like this. Here's Tash. This management team is addicted to toxicity. It's great for content. Basically telling Tocchet, you better sign an extension or we'll make you come back as a lame duck coach. Pure comedy. This could get entertaining. Tocchet has more friends around the league than Jim Rutherford even. And some of the replies go out there and say, if the Canucks Bruce Boudreau Rick Tocchet, Hughes is 100% leaving. Canucks coaches, Bruce Boudreau, first time? This is not looking good for the Vancouver Canucks, man. The way they do their business. Is this bullying? I don't know, man. I don't know. Now, to expand upon more of Elliotte Friedman's thoughts, he did have himself some commentary on Donnie and Dolly earlier this morning, which is why we're going to go over on the Canucks news summaries, because they, so eloquently, transcribed a lot of Friedman's hit, which is helpful for us because we can screenshot it, put it on the screen, and follow along together. When it comes to Rick Tocchet, Elliotte Friedman says this, that the Canucks' offer to Tocchet was the start of the negotiations. The team has been open about wanting him back. Players are playing hard in the last couple of weeks, and they would like to have him back too. Financially, the Vancouver Canucks have paid their coaches in the same relative dollar amount range, but with this negotiation with Tocchet, they'll have to go above that. Friedman says here, though, it's also a conversation about the state of the team. A lot of things happened this year that no one thought would be an issue again. Hughes will have a say in all of this too, as Hughes and Tocchet are simpatico. Ultimately, if Rick Tocchet feels like this Vancouver Canucks core is not the core to get it done, he feels that they're not good enough to put it together and to win, he has every right to express his disinterest in wanting to come back with the Vancouver Canucks. But it's so interesting how Vancouver's response to that is, okay, you don't want to sign an extension? Fine, we'll just use our team option. We're going to bring you back and you're going to stay here whether you like it or not. If Rick Tocchet is coaching in the NHL next season, Friedman wrote that it's going to be with the Vancouver Canucks, and that is kind of wild, because if he really prefers to go somewhere else, it seems like Vancouver is not going to give him that opportunity, because they really want him to come back. Because the way Friedman's talking about it on Donnie and Dolly, it does give an indication that, hey, Rick Tocchet might not have 100% confidence with this club. A lot of issues came up this year that we didn't think would have been issues. The team underperformed, and now there's this entire quest to keep Quinn Hughes that's kind of looming in the back of everybody's minds. And if Rick Tocchet ends up leaving, Quinn Hughes loses the coach that he wants to stay, all of a sudden he has more of an incentive to leave too. But then it's like, wait, so if you have to do whatever you gotta do to keep the guy that Hughes wants around, but if what you gotta do involves kind of bullying the guy and pressuring him into signing, either that or you bring him back as a lame duck coach whose job is going to expire with the team, then what? It's just getting worse for the Vancouver Canucks and these Rick Tocchet negotiations, man. I don't know if I'm getting a wrong read on this, because it does feel kind of weird, but this does scream Bruce Boudreau to me. Except it's kind of the opposite. With Bruce Boudreau, he was on the Canucks and the Vancouver management didn't want him there, but they didn't get the replacement right away, and also there was this entire idea of Aquilini not wanting to pay another coach. Travis Green, Boudreau, and then whomever else they would hire. That was sort of in the background too. So they hung Boudreau out to dry. They left him in Vancouver for too long, even though everybody knew that his job security was zilch heading into the next few months, and he was embarrassed because of it. Rick Tocchet now, it's like the opposite. They want to keep him back, but he's not willing to sign that contract that they gave him. So it's either you get that extension done by upping the dollar amount and upping whatever financial security Rick Tocchet wants, or you bring him back anyway. You don't let him go. You say, hey, you're not going to sign with us? Fine, we'll use our team option. You're going to be here whether you like it or not. If you want to stick around with us longer term, then okay. But if you don't, we're not going to let you go to Philadelphia. And that, I don't know, is bully the right word? I'm not too sure. You can let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, but both of the things are going to be in the description. I thought there was a Donnie and Dolly video of Friedman's hit. There's some video out there, so I'll leave a link in the description to whatever it is we can find. Also, the article is going to be in there as well. But for now, I want you to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about Elliotte Friedman's Rick Tocchet update, and how it's not looking good for the Vancouver Canucks. How it kind of reminds me, I don't know about you, but me, of the Bruce Boudreau situation. So thoughts in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.